A tough result on the road. Do you feel as though the result matches the team's performance today?
Yes and no. I think we leave here feeling very hard done by with a couple key decisions that I thought really went against us, unfortunately. And that changes the outlook of the game. I thought, even in the first half with Yeli, she's sort of been taken out there with the defender that slips and then jumps in front of her to try and make amends. And then the second half, Kiko cuts in, gets her leg clipped, and is for me, from there, seemed clear. So we're all in a little bit of disbelief when that wasn't given. So. But yeah, look, in the first half we probably didn't adapt enough to the press. We knew that it was coming. And at times we just, even when we got through it, then we couldn't sustain the attack long enough where either a technical error or just the wrong decision in that moment would cough up possession, and it would force us back to press. And look, they were energetic in the first half, playing at home. They came at us. But yeah, in the second half I thought we were the more dominant team. We started to get the ascendancy, started to play well, create chances, and then probably just lacked a little bit in the final third, but they would get lots of numbers back, and it was probably just our decision making a little bit that let us down today, and a couple key decisions went against us as well, which wasn't fantastic.
There were a few players missing today. How did that impact the team's performance overall?
No, look, it does. We've had a bit of a tough week with Moeka getting injured throughout the week, Fran being sick throughout the week, and then thought she would be okay, and then sort of had a bit of a relapse with the illness. We were going to bring Marit in, and she got injured the day before the training, before the game yesterday. So look, we've had to make some changes this week, but we've got a lot of belief in the squad. I think as well today. Really proud of the efforts of, after so many changes in such a short period of time, that we were still able to adapt, we were still able to play quite well in periods. So a lot of positives, and I think, once we get everyone back, and thankfully, Moeka shouldn't be too far away, Maddie hopefully isn't too far away, Fran should be back quite soon. Manuela hopefully as well is getting on the right track, and we'll just have our fingers crossed now for Maritz, and then there's also Isha still to come. So we've got a fair few out, but yeah, hopefully there'll be much less in the coming weeks.
There's not going to be too much time to rest. There's another game next week, 2 games in fact. What positives can you take from this game into the next game? How will you adapt with the other opponent?
Look, we'll have to just see. We'll have to recover now, see how everyone's pulled up after the game, and then we'll make an assessment and get ourselves ready for Wednesday night in the League Cup.
A tough result on the road. What do you make of the performance today?
I think there was a lot of positives to take. We had some big chances in the second half, a few penalty shouts. We had a big penalty shout in the first half as well. We had plenty of chances to get all 3 points today, so it's another frustrating game where I thought we had a decent performance and the game was there for the taking, but we didn't quite take it.
What do you think didn't click with the team today? A few players were missing. How did that impact the result overall?
Well, yeah, we have a few players missing, but it's not an excuse. We had everything. We had a strong enough team to go out there and win today. We had the belief that we was going to go out and win. It's just things didn't click. Maybe in the final third we didn't get our shots off quick enough. I'm not exactly sure what it is. It's one we've got to go back and review. But another frustrating game for us.
As you said, there were a few positives in the game. What can you take away to the next game to maybe restart the winning streak again?
I think that we're so close. We even in the games that we've lost, it's been so close, and it feels like we're right on the edge of doing something really, really good. We come with the mentality today that we can push up the table. A couple of results on the weekend meant that we could creep up the table, and I don't know that we came here to win. So of course it's going to be frustrating when we don't. But we still have that belief that we can do well this season.